Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is mid-month for the month of January Tarot Oracle reading. And Leo, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign isn't Leo, we still all have a little bit of Leo in us. If you have your birth chart, what house is Leo in? That's where this energy shows up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. I've already shuffled the cards beforehand, just giving them a quick shuffle and cut, and we will begin with the underlying energy. Be aware that this is a collective reading, so parts of it may or may not resonate. Take what works for you, leave the rest. And this is also a timely reading, meaning if you have come upon this reading, it's at the perfect time for you. If it has been some time since I have posted this, take a look back at what was going on then in your life, and it might give you further clarity. This is the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck for the reading. And so we have the Page of Wands. Well, that's up your alley, Leo. Leo energy represents teenage boy energy, you know, that impulsive enthusiasm and zest for life, and being really enthusiastic about what's going on in your life. A love of travel, a love of adventure and gaining knowledge as you go, and also a love of your wand. And there we have it. So the next, so this is the underlying energy for the entire reading, and now we'll get the underlying energy for the energy of the internal boundaries or internal forces. With that, this is the lower part of this reading. This spread is regarding what you have control over, and those are your internal forces. And we have the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands, she is sitting on her throne, and she has a cat at her feet, just like one I have at mine. Only mine is being noisy. Excuse me, that's my cat Stella. She always has to be here for the readings. Yeah, you can come up on my lap. Come on. Come up if you're coming up. No, she's a cat. She doesn't listen. So here we have the Queen of Wands sitting on her throne, and she has a sunflower in her hand. This represents that she is she has a sunny disposition. Oh, there we go. She has a sunny disposition, and she is following the sun, just like a sunflower does. She is considered one of the most sexy and charismatic of all the queens. She uses her intuition along with her intelligence so that she can make creative solutions out of problems. And this energy that she's sitting in is that she really is kind of an independent soul, and really loves to focus on the bright side of life, on the sunny side of life, and has that energy about her. She is holding her wand, and that represents she likes action also, and movement forward in creative ways. So let's see what's going on here. We have the Wounded Warrior. Okay, so this energy is talking about you've been through something, and we've got a lot of wands in here. And Leo, this is fire energy. So there's been 8 actions here, and or 9 actions here actually, but there's 8 behind you, and the 9th one you're holding that wand. That's the action that's closest to your heart, what you want to, what you've been fighting for, basically. And these wands can represent actions that you've taken or actions that other people have taken that have caused you to have to clearly work very hard to keep standing on your feet and hang on to what you have. But you've done a good job of it. We call this the Wounded Warrior. And so quite often this will be someone that, was placed on this earth and has quite a challenging mission in life, or has chosen a challenging mission in life, and it just is requiring a lot from them. We'll see what this is about for you. This is also a 9 card, and we just moved out of 2025 into 2026. So that energy is really it's right here. The 2025 year was 2 + 2 + 5 is 9, a 9 cycle bang, coming to an end. And then the energy is moving into this whole new 2026 energy, which is 2 + 2 + 6, which is 10. And that is the energy of like new. So I feel like these 8 wands are behind you, and this is like something new that you're wanting to move forward with. It probably for, like maybe you made that as your New Year's resolution. And we have, okay, we have a cup of love being offered, but you're in a place where you're saying, no, thank you. And the universe is going, no, like this is a cup of love. This is a reward for you. And you're like, if it's some of the same old shift that I've been putting up with, I'm just not interested. So this represents being disappointed in love. And quite often that means romantic love. And you'll notice there's 3 cups here. There's 2 and then +1. And that's the kind of energy of there was possibly some infidelity in your relationship. There was 3 people instead of 2 people involved. And you're disappointed. And you're kind of like, yeah, no thank you. Now, the cup of love can sometimes not be romantic. It can be about something that you love to do or something you love to be. And this could also represent maybe that you've given someone 3 chances and 3 strikes, you're out. No, thank you. I'm not giving you a 4th chance. That kind of energy. So we'll see. We have the Knight of Wands, or it could be because, as I said, the Page of Wands, for example, loves this represents passion, right? And now we have the Knight of Wands coming in, and the Knight of Wands is a rebel with a cause, and very passionate, wanting to, gallop in, and this is the fire horse energy. I mean, whoa, look at this, Leo, like you've got like a lot of passion and impulsive energy here. So the Knight of Wands is a rebel with a cause, and you can see that he's more mature now than he was at this age. Quite often the pages, they worked for the king and the queen, and they would be about 7 to 14 years of age, and then if they did a good job and they handled their responsibilities well, and they could afford a horse, then they would be considered for knighthood. And then of course they would be delivering messages far and wide and protecting the kingdom, etc. Having said that, this is a form of communication, and I feel like this the Page of Wands would be kind of something you're passionate about. There's some communication coming in regarding something you're passionate about. Generally, that does have to do with love. So it could have been, hey, there's something happened in your relationship, because we have the wounded warrior here, and now we have the Knight of Wands coming in, and it's escalated is what I'm getting, whatever this was about, and it's regarding passion. And the fire horse energy is the Chinese New Year. On February 17, we move into the new year of the fire horse. And this is like an example of fire horse energy. The horse is rearing up. The knight has learned, like you can see this big red plume on the back of the helmet there, has learned to rein in his emotions, because he's quite a hothead and can be that way. He had a feather in his cap here, but now he's like full out, and he's learned that he has to rein in his emotions to get what he wants and to get to where he's going. And you notice that here, the pyramids, which represent mysteries and discoveries of life, are in the background. So he has already discovered what those are about, and now he's on to the next mission, the next project kind of energy. And so that's what this could represent. This could represent that you're tired of the project that you were working on and you're ready to move on to a new project that you're very passionate about, that you have a lot of love for. So it could be about that also. Okay, there was a reality check came in. Okay, so the Tower has showed up in a few readings already, and I'm just on the 5th one now. And I feel that's because a lot of, excuse me, my throat closes up as I'm talking about this energy that every time this reality check comes in. So this is the tower represents when the universe has been whispering to you, hey, you might want to look into this. And then you don't get it. So then the universe says, hey, look into this. Bang, the fire pan treatment. You still don't look into it. So then what happens is that you get the 2x4. And like the lightning strikes the tower and you're knocked right out of your place. It's on fire. You need to do something about this like right now. You need to look into this. This isn't something that can wait. And so that could be why the Knight of Wands. There could have been a message that came in earlier. And I don't know, this could be a message about the Queen of Wands, or this could be the Queen of Wands receiving this message. Now remember, all of these are archetypes. So in the old days, of course, the Page of Wands would be a male, but this could be a female in their masculine energy, as well as the Queen could be a male in his feminine energy, as well as a female in her feminine. And this is talking about whatever was happening when the page delivered the message. Now it's escalated and the knight is riding in and he's going like, this is serious. You got to deal with this. And this is the information. So in the old days, of course, the information would come in by horse and it would be delivered. And then the knight would have to ride all the way back to the kingdom they were from and deliver the message from back and forth. So it could take a very long time for the message to come through. But now, the message, these days we have like texts, we have emails, we have, the phone, we have paperwork, all that kind. So it could be anything like that. It could be a social media post. It could be something you see on the news. A lot of what's happening in the news today, which is just wild, is also happening like that's as above, so below. It's happening to the everyday person as well as the higher up individuals running the countries, etc. Okay, now we have the Three of Pentacles coming in. So this is talking about, it's been recognized. This is the good news. Leo, you're being recognized as having been, noticed. You might be in a position where you just received your papers for a ticket or something for something you love to do. This is masonry, and so stonework. And these people want to collaborate with you because they can see you're doing really good work. And so the good news is people want to collaborate with you. The bad news is that you have to be very careful here that the people that you're collaborating with are in alignment with what you want to do, because you're in an elevated position. They like your work and they want to use your work. Having said that, this card quite often can represent the secret society's energy and them wanting you to work for them for their reasons, and it may not be in alignment with what you want. And so you have to be very careful who you collaborate with at this time. You may have noticed, like with the AI coming out, there's a lot of schemes and scams and all sorts of things going on. And also the energy of the old boys club is kind of crumbling right now. And so a lot of them are a lot of what has happened in the past regarding that is coming to light right now. And that's like this new year energy. We're only like 7 days into it as I'm doing this reading. And you can already feel like, whoa, it's coming in hard and fast. And that's something that for the fire signs in 2026, we have to be very, very careful here that you don't embrace this fire horse energy too much. And you rein it in because you already have that energy. So it's like pouring gasoline on a fire, so it's really important that you don't make really impulsive decisions. And also this is the kind of energy where you could get burnt out, where you take on too many projects, which could be part of the situation here. And you take on too many projects and now, you're exhausted from doing all of them. Because this fire horse energy, like, let's ride, let's keep going, like that kind of energy. I've got an idea, let's go over here and do that too. That kind of energy. And so it can really scatter you and also make you not pay attention to the details. If people approach you and want to collaborate with you, you might just have received a degree in something, and or you might be really good at sports and you're being offered scholarships. Be really careful that whatever you accept in that way would be something that is in alignment with your path, what you want to do, because there can be some real shifty energy out there right now. Oh, and then we have lovers. So you see this energy is talking about this cup now. And so be also very careful who you get into bed with. That's what this is saying. Sometimes the Knight of Wands is considered, like, if anyone's considered a player, it's going to be the Knight of Wands. And also it's kind of an energy of, like, look how much this, even this young page, he's admiring his wand. And this can talk about thinking with your small head instead of your big head. So this can be some information that came in from a lover that you have had. And the Queen of Wands is the sexiest queen out there. So it could be some information regarding her. Or it could be being delivered to the Queen regarding someone that she has been in bed with, basically. And so this is the energy. Whew, there's a lot of fire here, a lot of passion. Okay, let's see if we can decipher a little bit more what this is about. So this is how you identify with yourself right now. And so you feel like you've been through it. And you're leaning hard on that ninth wand. And it's an action that you want to take for sure. And you're tired. You can see, you've been through it. And then this energy is talking about, it does have to do with a disappointment in love. And you're done. Like whatever, like if this is the same person and you've given them 3 chances, you're done. You're not taking another cup of love from them. And that you understand that you deserve better than that. You deserve like true love. And then we have the communication coming in from your early life. And so you might have been always fiery, like had a temper ever since you were little, and always been like an adventurous kid and always like in trouble because of it, kind of energy. And that energy, if it's channeled into in the right way, can be like a huge energy for entrepreneurship is quite often what comes of it. This is someone who's a visionary that doesn't, once they explore one thing, they're ready to explore another. And that Sagittarius energy, that's what this card represents, is very similar to the fire horse energy. And it's about knowledge, gaining knowledge for the sake of it. With the Leo energy, it's about you were born to be a leader, like that. The fire in the Leo, yeah, but it requires maturity, and especially right now, because we have a lot of Saturn energy right now, and that's Capricorn. We're in the house of Capricorn, and the Sun and and Mars and also Venus are there. So all these issues with love are being like displayed. Like, so, the reality check is coming in and saying, hey, you really need to take a look at this. So this is about your emotional foundation. And I feel like you've been really rocked here. Like, I feel like this is someone you thought, maybe even when you were younger, you looked up to, like you met this person when you were younger and you always said, oh, that's who I want in my life. And possibly that happened, because this can sometimes mean divorce. And you may have found that they've been collaborating with people behind your back or something. That's the energy I'm getting. Like this disappointment of what, and this collaboration could be a threesome. We've got 3 pentacles and 3, cups of love here. So this could be someone, there was a third party in your relationship, and they may have been collaborating with them regarding pentacles. Now, pentacles represent health, wealth, and happiness and abundance in your lifestyle. Like it's about the 3D world. And if they've been collaborating, it could also mean they've been collaborating with your shared resources, right? With your money. And then this is talking about, because this is creativity. And, you know, some people can get very creative when it comes to, you know, their lifestyle. And this is also about romance and children. And so sometimes this tower can represent, you know, the explosion can represent that there's been a child conceived, and quite often it would be out of wedlock. So this is a scenario that's coming up for a few people here. We have health and your daily routines and habits. And I just feel like because the Lovers is here, that and the sun is shining light on this, and the sun is in Capricorn right now, it's saying, hey, and Mars and Venus are also in Capricorn right now. So, you know, men are from Mars, women are from Venus, and that energy is coming out, and it's been in all the readings. Every reading, like, it's really wild, like lately in the last week and a half, with this fire horse energy coming in and the energy of the, you know, moving into the new year. It's been the Cancer full moon on the 3rd was opposing this energy in Capricorn. And so the sun is shining light on anything that is regarding, you know, Venus is about love, Mars is about aggression and passion, and then the sun is about the truth coming out, shining light on that. So this is the energy that's coming in. So the good news is whatever was going on, you're getting a very clear picture now of what that is. And whether you're the Queen of Wands or it's about the Queen of Wands kind of energy. And so let's check into this a little bit more here. We're going to get into the external forces now. So the underlying energy, look at this. Leo, the lion, you're going to have to, it's going to take courage for you and strength to be able to face whatever this is. This is talking about someone, this young woman is reaching into this adult lion's mouth, which would be very dangerous, but this lion is a red lion, and it represents your fears that you've held since childhood. And this here is in your emotional foundation. So if you were maybe in a family that was had broken up, there may have been cheating or something in your family. You might have siblings that are half, you know, like step siblings, etc., like that kind of energy. You always feared to have that kind of relationship and wanted to have one that was more stable. And I feel like that energy, she's reaching into the lion's mouth because she wants to face her fears. And this is have the infinite potential from having that information now is going to allow you to really be like your best version, and really like the truth will set you free, although it can be very painful. And so let's see what this is about, because this is an external force. This here, the internal forces, you can tell the difference, because the internal forces are like that kind of energy of what if this happens, what if that happens, what if I do this, then will that happen, kind of like that kind of energy. Whereas the external forces are more like what the EF happened. The external forces happened. Things you do not have control over. You have control over who you collaborate with. You have control over how you do it. You have control over who you choose as your lover. And you have control over, you know, how you carry yourself, your own actions. You can, you have control over whether you're going to be a hothead about it, or you're going to control your emotions and respond to situations rather than reacting to them. And that's the energy. And the thing is about the Leo energy, there's a lot of impulsiveness in that energy. Think of teenage boys. That's kind of the stage of life. There's so much potential there. But you know, it takes, I think, now, they used to say till you were 21 until the frontal lobe of your brain develops. And this tends to be a little bit slower in boys rather than girls. And now they're saying it's more like when you're 25, and that's the part of your brain that controls your emotional impulses. So that's the kind of energy that we're talking about here. It's just a maturity thing. Born to lead, but you need to. And the thing is about the Leo energy, if Leo is in the situation where they are in a position of leadership and they are lacking confidence, they can really become quite arrogant, because that's their way of covering up the fact that they don't know what the shift they're doing. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how they compensate, typically. And so now we have some information coming in from the Page of Pentacles. So this is regarding, okay, there was some money involved. Like I said, I was wondering about that. And so this is an external force. This is information coming from outside of your relationship, of your sphere. But it could be about you and your situation. And it's talking about this pentacle. And quite often, like, this is usually a reliable information. This is like a solid offer, or it's like regarding usually coin, that kind of energy. So let's see what this is about. Okay, we have the Three of Cups, see? This is talking about, okay, this information coming in is regarding what happened here. We have the Three Cups here. Now, some people see this card as a celebration. A lot of readers read it that way. I always get that kind of icky feeling in the bottom of my stomach every time I see this. This card is, for me, this card, I'll tell you why I feel this way. The cups are supposed to be about romantic love and, having love for what you do and love for the people around you, etc. These people, not a single one of them is looking at each other when they're toasting. They're raising their cups to something other than themselves, and they are not. They're not toasting each other. They're toasting something that happened here, and look how you look. So this is gossip, slander. This is quite often third party. This quite often can represent that there was infidelity in a relationship, and a lot of people knew. Some of these people may have been your friends and family, and they didn't tell you. That's the kind of energy that I'm picking up here. And now you're finding out from outside of your inner circle what's happening. And maybe you've had to go and look into it yourself. And there's some sort of energy here that your partner collaborated with this energy for Pentacles. They may have been paid to do it. That's the energy. So, sorry to say, Leo, this is like, having said that, though, I have confidence in the Leo energy for sure, that you will dig deep and you will be able to deal with this, and you will, yeah, there we have. Oh, this conception has taken place. So this is talking about, it's coming right after this, right? This is the Sagittarius energy of this energy coming in, the rebel with the cause kind of energy. And this is talking about, the passion led to conception. And so this could be actual conception of a baby energy. And that could be why there's another cup of love coming. But it's from someone else, right? It's not your cup of love. That's the energy I'm picking up. So if your partner was cheating on you, they're pregnant. That's basically, or if your partner was cheating on you, they impregnated someone. And this can also mean that a lot of people know about it, and there's been a lot of talk and slander, and these actions have been launched, and so it's a messy situation. And I just want to say it right now that every baby that is conceived is really a gift from God, but sometimes they come in not to their fault, these crazy situations, right? Yeah, I was picking that energy up there, and when I see this, I'm like, oh, okay, this is what's happened. Like, look at the energy. Like, it's pretty clear. And we have, destiny. What I was saying, every child that comes in is a gift from God, and sometimes they can be the greatest gift of all. So this also could talk about being the person that was cheating, that you could be that person, and now you're pregnant with someone else's child other than your partner. That kind of energy. There's a lot of energy here. So, and that person could belong to a secret society, and they may have been paid to do this. Oh, there's so many scenarios coming in here, but it's like real shifty energy underlying this. It's kind of like really playing with people's feelings, playing with emotions. And this is past, present, or future. So as I said at the beginning, if you came across this reading and you're like, why is this reading popping up on my feed? That's sometimes that's the universe that's saying, hey, I'm trying to show you this. And then something pops up and you see someone else's story in the news and you're like, oh my God, that feels sort of like it resonates with me. Yeah, that's what the universe is trying to tell you. And so this can be past, present, and future. The Wheel of Fortune, it turns, and this again is Sagittarian energy. And that Sagittarius energy is representing that. It's really similar to the fire horse energy. Like, I mean, they're very similar. And the Leo energy is more like leadership, whereas the Sagittarius energy is more like knowledge for the sake of it, kind of, and adventure and that. Leos can be quite adventurous, but not to the extent that they're more inclined to like build a kingdom, and rule over it, that kind of energy. Have a pride, Think about a lion. When a lion picks their domain, and this is something about this energy also, this lion energy is in like real lions. If there is a lion that, like the male lion is chased out by another male lion, that lion will, and if it takes over the pride, that lion will kill all the young because they don't want that in their bloodline. And that's quite commonly happened. I don't know if you remember the lion that was killed in the park, and it was a dentist and all of that energy. And that lion, the lion that took over the pride after that didn't kill all the young. Because even that lion recognized, because that lion that was killed was lured out of a national park. He had a GPS collar on, and he was lured out of the park with raw meat so that someone could make him a trophy. And so that, and then there was some karma, if you want to check it out, but there was karma all around that. And so this energy is talking about being a strong leader, but also like some real, this is really nasty energy. Let me put it to you that way. And here is the 10 of Cups. So this is total fulfillment. And so I feel like people were looking at your life like, oh man, like this person has everything. I want it. Basically, let's put it to you that way. I want their partner. I want their house. I want their kingdom. I want their career. I want their children. Like, I want all of it. I want it all. That's the energy. And look at this. They were willing to go to great lengths to get it also. So this is talking about energy of being stabbed in the back and left for unalive by like over 10 times. This can represent 10 people, 10 groups or communities. This can represent 10 times by the same person kind of energy. And this card is like, it's new beginning. This energy that was happening, I feel like in the Wounded Warrior from the 9 cycle ending. And this is what I'm seeing. This card is coming up a lot. It's kind of like, boom, okay, that's over. Now everybody that did this is going to get their karma. And it's now over for you, and you're going to find out about it. And you're not going to like what you have to hear. It's going to be hard to hear. Having said that, once you have the truth, it will be a blessing in disguise, because that's when you will get what was yours come back to you. So let's see what that is, Leo. This is kind of like it's kind of a shifty energy, and you deserve the truth. But I'm getting, so past, present, or future, you may already be aware of this, or this is coming in. I feel like if it hasn't come, if you're not aware of it, it will show up at some point in 2026. And it also might show up like on, February 17th is the fire horse energy, is speeding everything up, right? It's like really moving things along. Yeah, this is crazy energy. Like, it's just like, what? Like, as I'm reading it, I'm like, oh, my first impression was this, but I didn't expect it to be this much, like this much. So no wonder you're feeling like this. And also, like, I like to think my collective is, the wounded warrior, but you may be the wounded because of doing this also, because we're all not perfect. So let's take a look here. Let's see what's going on. I feel that because this is your internal forces, that this is about, like, this is how you're feeling right now. And so that's why I like to do an internal and external here. And like this here, this position right here is talking about commitment, marriage, and shared, like, partnerships, right? And then this is about shared resources, death and secrets, this kind of energy, shared resources. This message coming in about a partnership or a marriage has shared resources, your resources. And this is about learning about it. And this is about your reputation in your career, the slander. And we also have this coming in as blessings and friends and humanitarianism. So I do feel that as the wheel turns, because that's why readings can be timely, because there really is no time other than on like in the linear sense, like unless we're on planet Earth in the 3D. And this is talking about your spirituality and secrets coming out and endings. And so, like, look at, this is the 10-year, the 1, and this is the 9, right side by side here. And look at both of them, So the universe has your back. This is a blessing in disguise. It's a good thing you found out when you did. Because these people, like, they went to great lengths to do this. Like, comment if you do, if you are in, well, I don't know if you're enjoying this reading, but if it's beneficial to you. And I'm going to clarify this now. We could use some clarification here. I'm using my Oracle deck, Tales from the Vector, TAILS, and I started this in 2007. And I finished all 64 paintings in 2020, and it's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. I am working on bringing it out now. I've had the cards out and about in the past at my seminars and at psychic fairs for several years, but I didn't have the entire deck done. I didn't have all the paintings done. And so now I am gathering the information. I have a website, talesfromthevector.com, TAILS, and you can go to that and see on the cards here that I'm using, I have the number of the paintings as they're listed in my gallery. And I will, in the description box below, put them in the order they come here so you know which ones to look for. Sometimes pictures can paint 1,000 words, or pictures can represent 1,000 words. Here we have, there we have the same thing, the same energy here. This transition, this is over. This part, this sabotage is over. It's done. This energy is moving forward. You're the wounded warrior no more. Once you know what's going on, then you have a chance to do something about it. And the Wheel of Fortune, it's saying again, is turning. And I do hate to say it, but I do feel that this energy could be, it could be either or. You might be the queen of Wands, or you might be someone that has had a relationship outside of your marriage with the Queen of Wands, or someone that like is the third, like this is the third party energy, I feel. And the Wheel of Fortune is turning for you. Like this is over. The Wheel of Fortune is turning for them. They're caught, and it's also whatever happened with them, or if you are the one that has been cheated on, the Wheel of Fortune is turning for you. So it's turning in a positive way for you, a strong way for you, and in a negative, weak way for them. They're caught, basically. This energy is like done. It's caught. And the Hierophant is here saying, yes, it is. And the Hierophant says, just put that on both these cards right here, because the Hierophant is traditional structure. And the traditional structure that we do have in the 3D is also in the 5D. So this is saying all the way from God himself all the way down to earth, this energy is being cleaned up. And the Hierophant has his right hand lifted in a blessing. And this is saying this was a blessing in disguise. And this came because the universe recognize that you deserve this happiness, not like they're trying to steal your what belongs to you, your destiny, and it ain't happening. It's being stopped on the spiritual level, and that is going to come down, and it's going to come down hard. That's what I'm getting. They broke so many spiritual laws, and also they also broke so many of, the commandments. Like they went at her. And it's a miracle, really, literally, that you're on your feet, that you're standing on your feet. Whoever this was done to, it's a total miracle that you are still standing. And this is the guiding star. And this is because the universe has been giving you intuitive messages, and saying, hey, you might want to take a look at this. And then it came to the extent of this. Quite often, if it's people in our inner circle, we just don't, we give them the benefit of the doubt. And I feel like that's what you're going to find out, is that it was more than just one person involved. And then we have, attitude here. So this is the base root chakra, like your survival. Like I feel like you had to survive this. Like this is not, this is basic survival. The base chakra, they really put a lot of energy into this, directed towards you. And there's anger here. So this energy is talking about, this could be something like, this pentacle could be something that, like this quite often can represent a legacy, like something like a lot of money. And it can represent inheritances, that kind of energy. And it feels like maybe someone was angry that you were doing better than them, or something like that. And then we have this energy. These people, this energy is, thinking, they have it so much better. Like if we just do this, if I just do this, then I'll have green grass like them. And then they find out, oh my gosh, that grass was really fake. And that's why it was so green. And then we have this energy. It's cold in here. I'm sure it is. There must be something in the atmosphere. This energy between, you notice there's a cloud between the lovers here. That is saying you don't always know your partner as well as you do. God knows your partner as better than you do. That kind of energy. That's why the Hierophant had to come in. And then we have indifference. So this is talking about pipe dreams. Like these people, they felt that they could take what was yours, basically. And they didn't care who suffered because of it. And they don't care about the karma, because this is karma. And what happens is if you do something like this, it's going to affect your ancestors and your descendants. and they're going to have to, the cause and effect is going to affect them and everything that they love. You know, it's going to come back. Everything that these people we're trying to take from you is going to be taken from them tenfold, 100-fold. It's like, oh. And look at, there's Leo right on this energy here. Teenage boys. So this is your, this is about marriage and partnership. So there we have it. This is either a situation where you are in a partnership with the Leo. You might want to take a look at that, or you are the Leo, one or the other. And then we have the destruction here. So yeah, some people just don't like to have to work for things themselves. They don't have enough pride in themselves that they feel like, hey, why don't I just take it? Let me get away with it. That kind of energy. And then we have otherworldly desires. So yeah, this is people that put a lot of energy into doing this. And it was several, you know, like at least like 8 different times actions taken. And there could be a baby out there somewhere because of this. And then there's a battle star energy. And this is, again, the courage to be able to face this. And they're going to need courage now to face what they've done to you because, hey. And then we have lack of awareness. So never underestimate the power of willful ignorance. I'm getting again that you were given something, your intuition was yelling at you, like there's something wrong here, but you just did not want it. Like look at this, is right across from here. You did not want to see it. You just really didn't want to see it. So you may really love this person, but now you're done. Like, and you know, this sometimes does represent divorce. The worst divorce is from source. This is kind of a shifty energy. Having said that, I'm really, really happy for you, Leo, that you're finding out what this is really all about, and that this Leo energy is a lesson for all of us, you know, out there that might be in similar situations. Yeah, because when I'm reading the energy for these readings, it's not necessarily, you know, oh, this person's a Leo and that person's that. As I said before, this is an energy of the stage of life and the energy and what can we all learn from this. So we do thank you, Leo, for your knowledge. And please do like and comment if you've enjoyed this or feel like you have received benefit from it. Consider subscribing if you resonate with the energy of the channel. I would be honored if you did so. And I will be back with another reading for you. It will be regarding the new moon energy coming up. Bye for now, Leo.